Hello there, gentlemen. My name is Sam, and today I'll be doing another episode of Sam Talks, the weekly series where I talk about what I want to, or whatever you guys left in the comments. So, here we go. Okay, so today the idea or the topic of this Sam Talk was brought to you by Unlucky Seeker 04 on YouTube. So yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about our generation. Now, the comment was kind of badly written, so maybe I didn't understand what you were trying to say, but basically what I got is you wanted me to talk about how I think that our generation is going to do in the future, or how our generation is going to, I guess, evolve or become in the future. Anyway, so I thought for this we should go back in the past and go see the past generations and kind of talk about those to try to really predict what's going to happen here. So let's start off with, I'm going to go early 20th century here. I'm just going to go that far back. I'm not going to go way back to like 1800s. Okay, so let's start off with the baby boomers. So they were right after World War II. The baby boomers were the children that the soldiers had when they came back from the war. Now, after World War II, obviously. So this was one of the biggest booms we've ever seen in population. Like the population of the U.S. like doubled in like no time with these baby boomers. There are so many baby boomers out there. Now, right now, so this is from 1943. Anybody born from 1943 to 1964 is a baby boomer. So right, anybody from the age of 50 to maybe about 70, yeah, about 70. So think about these people is that there's so many of them. There are a lot of baby boomers. And when the baby boomers were in the workforce, there were a lot of jobs. They were in an economic peak. Now, so they all had jobs, they all had very stable income, but now they're starting to retire, which could cause a problem to our generation, which is what we're going to talk about later. All right, next we got Generation X, which are the people that were born from 1965 to 1980. Now, Generation X is a weird generation because they kind of come in like after the baby boomers, so they didn't have as easy of a time to find jobs and to make an income because all the baby boomers had the jobs. So like where do they find a job? They don't. That's the problem. So that's why a lot of Generation X. Now, Generation X, there's not nearly as many of them as baby boomers, so that's why they aren't as prominent in, I guess, our day-to-day life. Now, they are anybody from the age of, I guess, 49 to, I guess, 30? Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, that's Generation X. Now, Generation Y is actually my generation. I'm really near the tail end of Generation Y, which is from 1981 to 2000. I'm going to talk about the last two generations as being our generation because they're pretty similar, but there's 20 years in between. So 1981 to 2000, so anybody from the age of 29 to, I guess, 14 or 13. Would fit into Generation Y. Again, these people haven't grown up yet. Well, not a lot of people. So really the lower end are just getting into the workforce now, and they are struggling to find jobs. Like people that are like 25, 30 that just came out of college they are having a lot of trouble finding jobs because all the jobs are still being taken up by the baby boomers, which will bring me on to my next point. Anyways, now Generation Z, which is 2001 to present, they are still very young. So they are either age 12 to I guess 0. So it's anybody who was born since 2001 is part of Generation Z. Anyways, so let's talk a little bit about what I think about our generation. Now, everybody's obviously going to jump on the whole argument. Our generation is going to be terrible because pop culture is stupid, and we have like stupid TV shows, stupid movies, stupid like just songs. Now, I've got a kind of a counter argument to that. It's always been that way. It's always been people have been like, oh, this is such stupid music. Like, people are always going to be against whatever's new, innovation. So, like, for instance, if you had asked people 120 years ago what they wanted, they wouldn't have said cars. They would have said faster horses. Now, everybody's using a car. So, if you look at it that way, it's kind of different. But, again, I do agree that a lot of stuff is stupid. Like, Jersey Shore, we can all agree that that's pretty stupid. I mean, if you do like Jersey Shore, I mean, power to you, but it's a stupid show. Anyways, but there's some stuff that, like, electronic music, a lot of older people are just like, I don't get it. The kids love their electronic music, their bebops and their boobops, and I can't understand it, man. The acoustics are all off, but that's probably going to become the future. We're probably like, when I am older, I'll probably be like, what is this kid listening to that I got? And I'll be listening to my bebops, and they'll have no idea what this even is. They won't be able to relate. So you see, generations always do this. For instance, Generation Y, or Generation X, should I say, it was all about the rock and roll, right? That was more baby boomers that were about rock and roll, but Generation X was more pop, the pop revolution with Michael Jackson, and the baby boomers didn't really understand that at first, but then they kind of got into it. It was more baby boomers and generation before that, which I didn't really talk about, that with really the big gap between rock and roll, the evolution of rock and roll. So it's always going to be like that. Pop culture is always going to be one step ahead. So you got to just kind of see it that way and see that it's not really going to stop our generation from doing well. So just make that sure that you know that. Also, technology. This is weird, okay? Sorry, I've been coughing a lot. I've just been talking a lot tonight. Anyways, think about technology. That's the thing right now. Technology is advancing so fast. It's advancing faster than we've ever seen it. We landed on the moon. Wait a second here. Let me rephrase that. We developed electricity 120 years ago. It was in like late 1800s. 70 years later, we were on the moon. Like that is insane. There's nothing like that that's happened. If you look way back in like BC era, we were developing copper, or we were learning how to smelt copper, and then it would take us another 1,000 years to learn how to make that into, say, like a chair. Like, no, that's a bad example again. Like, for instance, it took us like so many years to develop a steam engine, but then from the steam engine we developed electricity, went to the moon. We went to the moon in 7 years from getting electricity. It was insane. We had no computers when we went to the moon. Now the computers that they use, like the little radar computers that they use in the computer, or in like the center where they track the space lunar landing and all that, that is all such old technology that we have about 5,000 times that in our daily computers. Just simple computers, not even great computers these days, have 5,000 times the RAM or the memory that those computers have. It is insane, and just because of this technological leaps, it's impossible to really see how far it'll go in the future. So you're seeing it that way. Our generation is going to be really a harbinger for what's going to happen in the future, bringing the technology to a whole new advance. I'm not going to go as far as saying that we could be the first generation to go outside of our solar system, but we might. That's the thing. Like the sky's the limit, literally, with what our generation could do. We could be advancing technology to a whole new level. Also, something I've also noticed is that a lot of people are like, this generation doesn't care about school, doesn't care about education, which is a complete lie. I see a lot of people that are my age or older or younger that still really care about school, which is important for our generation. We need smart people, but then again, we also do need unskilled workers that can do jobs such as I'm not gonna say it that way. We need not uneducated but untrained workers, such as garbage men, cleaners. We need all these jobs in our society. We need waiters. We need what else do we need? We need like just simple jobs, like stuff that needs like very little education, or not very little education, but education that is like quite easy to get, like haircutters or plumbers. We need all these jobs in our society. So the people that don't decide to go with grades or school, that's perfectly fine. They have a huge opportunity of jobs that make almost as much money as people that go to college. So honestly, if you're seeing people that are just slacking off, they're going to end up doing jobs that are harder but are going to make the same amount of money as you are. So going to college just means that you are going to have an easier future. It doesn't mean that you're going to make more money necessarily. I mean, if you're going to be doing a doctorate, sure, you're going to make a lot of money, but not everybody's going to go for the doctorate. All right. Finally, I'm going to say my opinion on our generation. Honestly, I think our generation isn't screwed. A lot of people are saying our generation is screwed. I've lost faith in humanity, which I hate to hear. Don't lose faith in humanity. There will always be smart people, and there will always be stupid people. So don't let yourself see that maybe our generation is one weird one off that's going to be bad, but I don't see it that way. I'm seeing the same trends that happen every time. And if we just lose faith, then what is there left to try, right? You got to try to reach high. Be the best you can be. I said that before. Be the best you. Don't let you be the first obstacle to stopping the best you. So don't let yourself keep yourself down. So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know where that don't let yourself keep yourself down came from. That was a little bit random, but anyways, yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy making these. Thanks, Unlucky Seeker, for leaving a good comment, a good topic. If you guys want to leave a topic, leave it in the comments below. I might do it next week. And yeah, also you can answer a question. What do you think about this topic? What do you think is going to happen to our generation? Just leave it in the comments below, and I'll for sure read it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you leave a like and subscribe, I much appreciated. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.